Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something many of us have probably experienced or at least witnessed, the dreaded company-wide email reply-all disaster.
Oh, yeah. That digital vortex that can just, you know, suck the productivity right out of an afternoon.
Exactly. We've all seen it. Your inbox suddenly just blows up. Ping, ping, ping.
All those please remove me from this thread emails.
Or maybe worse, someone sends a happy Friday and suddenly it's a meme war breaking out across the entire company.
Right. Or the classic typo. Hi team becomes, hi damn, sent to everyone.
The immediate cold sweat moment.
It's definitely a shared modern workplace experience, isn't it? A bit annoying, but also sometimes kind of funny in a dark way.
Totally. So the plan for this deep dive is to really unpack this. We want you to understand what happens, sort of the life cycle of these reply-all mishaps. We'll look at let's call them stages of coping. And importantly, maybe some strategies for escaping if you're the one who accidentally lit the fuse.
And we'll even touch on how maybe different cultures react to these digital fumbles. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is. We're basically doing a bit of an autopsy on these email chain reactions, trying to figure out the human side of it all.
Okay. Where do we start? The beginning of the nightmare.
Let's start there. We can think about it in, say, 3 stages. First up, denial. That moment where your brain just refuses to process it.
This isn't happening, that kind of thing.
Precisely. That little voice saying, nah, surely my email didn't really go wide.
Especially not the one where I was drafting my bagel order.
Right. You hope maybe, just maybe, it got stuck somewhere or people will just ignore it.
A digital la la la, I can't hear you. Pure hope. Usually misplaced hope.
Which leads us swiftly into stage 2, panic. Pure, unadulterated panic.
Oh, yes. The frantic scramble. I need to fix this, now.
This is where the questionable decisions get made.
Like the instinct to immediately reply all again.
Bingo. With something like, urgent, please ignore my last email. In all caps, probably.
Which, ironically, just sends another email to everyone, adding to the chaos.
It's the classic throwing gasoline on the fire move. You're trying to help, but oops.
The solution becomes part of the problem. A beautiful, terrible loop.
And that brings us to stage 3, acceptance. The point of no return.
Resignation.
Yeah.
Maybe updating the old resume.
Or just contemplating a complete life change, like maybe moving somewhere off-grid.
Belize starts looking pretty good right about then, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
seriously. We've heard stories of someone genuinely sending their resignation email, subject, resignation, and CCing the entire company.
Oh, wow.
Including, like, the CEO, who then replies all, asking, who is this?
Ouch. That's rough. A very permanent kind of digital footprint.
It really is. So, okay, let's say you did it. You're patient 0 of the reply-all plague. What on earth can you do? Are there any escape hatches?
Well, there are a few. Let's call them desperation tactics. Not guaranteed, mind you.
I'm listening. Tactic number 1.
Okay, first, the false alarm. You try to muddy the waters.
How does that work?
You quickly send another reply all, something like, test email, please disregard.
The classic ignore the man behind the curtain move. Does it work?
Probably not often, let's be honest. But maybe it makes you feel like you did something, creates a bit of confusion, maybe dilutes the original mistake. It's a low percentage play.
Okay. What else is in the playbook?
Then there's the overcorrection. This one's a bit chaotic good, maybe just chaotic.
Go on.
This is where you reply all again, but this time you're yelling like, seriously, people, stop replying all.
Yeah.
Maybe bold text, lots of exclamation points.
Huh. So you become the reply-all police while simultaneously committing the crime you're policing.
Precisely. The irony is palpable. You're adding another email to the pile, complaining about the emails piling up.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
It rarely does, but you see the logic, right? Pure frustration boiling over.
I do. Okay, any other options for the truly desperate?
Well, this one's advanced. Very cloak and dagger. We call it the silent vanish.
Ooh, intriguing. What does that involve?
It requires some technical maneuvering. You try to change your display name in the company directory.
To what?
Something anonymous, like Mailer Demon or System Administrator. Then you just go silent. Hope people forget who said the original.
Wow, that's ambitious. And probably against IT policy somewhere.
Oh, almost certainly. High risk, high reward. Or maybe just high risk.
Okay, so those are the dramatic options, but what's the actual pro tip here, if all else fails?
Simple. Plausible deniability. Blame autocorrect.
Autocorrect? Really?
Yep. It's beautifully vague. Everyone's had an autocorrect fail. Just say, oh, weird autocorrect issue, sorry. And then, crucially,
Wait.
never speak of it again, ever. Let it fade into the mists of forgotten emails.
Bury it deep. Got it. Okay, let's shift gears slightly. You mentioned cultural differences. How does that play out with email disasters?
Yeah, it seems like there's some subtle variations. Take the U.S., for example.
Yeah.
The reaction often seems to be immediate regret, maybe framed as, being overworked.
Like, so sorry for spamming everyone's inbox. Things are crazy. That kind of vibe. Which might secretly mean, oh God, I'm getting fired.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It ties into that productivity focus. It's seen as a waste of time, so the apology is quick, maybe a bit self-deprecating.
Okay. What about, say, the UK?
In Britain, it often feels a bit more formal, perhaps. More emphasis on the social awkwardness of it.
So less I'm so busy and more.
More like sincere apologies for the crossed wires, which might carry an undertone of, I've caused a disruption, brought mild shame upon myself.
A breach of etiquette.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
Maintaining that sense of order and communication seems important.
Interesting. And Australia.
Often seems a bit more laid back, casual acceptance.
Yeah.
Something like, yeah, nah, my bad.
Right?
Translation, oops. Oh, well, no massive drama.
Yeah.
Let's maybe not bring this up later over beers, but it'll blow over.
More focus on just moving on.
Yeah, generally less dwelling on minor stuff-ups seems to be the pattern.
Fascinating how those little nuances show up even in email. Okay, so for our listeners, maybe a practical takeaway, a little hack.
Here's one to try, though your mileage may vary. Consider pre-typing a little note at the top of emails that might go to larger groups.
Like what?
Just a simple note, not intended for reply all. Or even just FYI, please don't reply all.
A little preemptive strike. A digital do not cross line.
Exactly. It might not stop someone determined or someone who just clicks without thinking, but it's a signal, a gentle nudge towards email best practice.
Worth a shot, I suppose. Okay, building on that, we have a challenge for you listeners this week. Operation Reply All Spy.
Sounds intriguing. Mission objectives.
3 missions. 1, just observe. Keep an eye out for a reply all chain reaction in your own workplace. Notice how it starts, how people react, how it eventually fizzles out or doesn't.
Become an email anthropologist for a bit.
Exactly. Mission 2, practice damage control. Sit down and draft an oops, I hit reply all email. Think about what you actually say. But, and this is key, do not send it.
Right. Just a drill, a fire drill for your inbox fingers. Good idea to have a plan.
And mission 3, for the bold. Next time you send a routine team email, try adding a little PS. Something like, PS, let's try to avoid reply alls on this one. See what happens. Just observe.
A little social experiment.
Yeah.
Gently nudge the system and watch. Don't, deliberately cause chaos, though.
Please don't. The goal is awareness, preparation. And speaking of real-world chaos, we got some listener stories.
Oh, do tell. The best part.
Okay, one listener confessed they accidentally replied all to an email, get this, asking, who farted in the elevator?
No. What do they reply?
Just, sorry, that was me.
Oh, my God. To the whole company.
Apparently. And the consequence, HR actually created a file, an official record.
Wow. That's both hilarious and terrifying. The stakes are real.
They really are. Another one, someone saw a big announcement from the CEO, didn't want it cluttering their inbox, and hit reply all with the message, delete this.
Thinking it would just delete it for them.
Presumably. Their follow-up message to us, narrator, it did not, in fact, delete. Followed by hashtag email regret.
Oof. Yeah. That button does not mean delete. A harsh lesson learned in front of everyone.
So there you have it. A whirlwind tour of the reply all phenomenon. Hopefully you feel a little more equipped now.
Or at least you understand the stages if you see it unfolding. Denial, panic.
Acceptance. Maybe a quick check of job listings and Belize. Use this knowledge wisely, folks.
Navigate the digital currents with care.
And definitely join us next time. We're diving into something equally perilous. Autocorrect fails.
Yes.
Yeah.
When Duck takes an unexpected and unfortunate turn.
And suddenly HR wants a word. It's going to be another good one.